Prince Harry spent today, as he has much of his life, at the centre of the world's attention. But even for him, this was new territory. His High Court appearance made him the first senior royal to enter a witness box for over 130 years. It was a defining moment in what he's called his life's work to reform the British press and how it reports on public figures and their private lives. It was a showdown 38 years in the making. During nearly 5 hours on the stand and through a written statement, he unleashed a series of broadsides against the Daily Mirror's publisher, which he accuses of phone hacking. Harry spoke of how constant intrusion left him deeply paranoid and cost him precious personal relationships. This is about more than what he believes, though. All day, the Mirror's lawyer sparred with him, highlighting legal means through which the 33 stories in question could have been obtained. So often debated in the court of public opinion, this time a judge will decide the validity of the Prince's claims.
He says the frenzied interest of journalists was once so suffocating it forced him from his royal role. But Prince Harry wants the cameras to record this moment.
Prince Harry, who do you want to hold accountable and why?
The King's son appearing at the King's Bench division of the High Court to, in his words, expose the utterly vile criminal activity of the tabloid press. The first senior royal in living memory to be cross-examined in court as he takes on Mirror Group newspapers. Standing in the witness box, a moment in history, but also one of deep personal significance for a man who says tabloid harassment since his childhood has caused him paranoia and depression. He accuses the publisher of the Daily Mirror, the Sunday Mirror and the People of phone hacking and illegally obtaining his private information. He told the court he finds it shocking that articles like these revealed his private medical information when he was a child, saying he was often teased at school as a result. He says stories like this one about his relationship with Chelsy Davy made him feel like he was under constant surveillance, hunted by the media. And he points to this article about Caroline Flack, whom he briefly dated, saying the impact these kind of stories had on my relationships cannot be underestimated. Even those I trusted the most, I ended up doubting. It's only now, he says in his witness statement, realising what the defendant's journalists were doing and how they were getting their information, that I can see how much of my life was wasted on this paranoia. I've always heard people refer to my mother as paranoid, but she wasn't. She was fearful of what was actually happening to her, and now I know that I was the same. He told the court he felt physically sick over payments that Mirror Group journalists made to private investigators relating to his mother, Princess Diana. He singles out former Daily Mirror editor Piers Morgan for criticism, saying the thought of him earwigging to his mother's private messages makes him even more determined to hold those responsible accountable for their vile and entirely unjustified behaviour.
You continue to trash her.
OK, I'm done with this.
No.
Piers Morgan's past comments about the Duchess of Sussex cost him his job at ITV. Today, Prince Harry accused him of subjecting the couple to a barrage of horrific personal attacks and intimidation.
Well, good evening from London. Welcome to Piers Morgan Uncensored. Far away from
but on his show tonight, this was his only reference to the globally covered court case.
And whining members of the royal family.
He seemed nervous at times in the witness box as he was cross-examined. One awkward moment came when he was asked about revelations of his drug taking when he was a teenager. When it was put to him that it was in the public interest, he replied, "There's a difference between the public interest and what interests the public." But if he seemed hesitant at all in court, the words of his 55-page witness statement are bold and unwavering.
Blood stains the typing fingers of the tabloid press, according to Prince Harry. Mirror Group newspapers insist there's no evidence he was hacked. He'll be back at court to face more questions tomorrow. Rebecca Barry, News at 10.